Hello everyone, welcome back. Excuse me, coughing coming. Of course it couldn't do that before I started the video, could it? But anyway, what I was saying is Lottie and I welcome you back to our channel. We are very happy to have you here. It's a beautiful sunny but cold day on Saturday at about 2:30 in the afternoon. It's a glorious day. Bright blue sky, it's what we've been having for, oh goodness me, so sorry about that. I just had some, what did I just eat? Some cashew nuts, and for some reason now that I'm talking it's causing me a tickle. Hopefully it's stopped now. Did I knock this while I was coughing? I may have. I'm standing very close to it, sorry if I did. Now, back to the drawing board. Lottie and I would very much like to welcome you back to our channel, and it's Saturday afternoon. So we've done that. The weather's absolutely gorgeous. It is cold. I've got 29 layers of clothes on and my hands are still frozen, and my feet too, despite being very well dressed. But anyway, that's life, isn't it? Because I can't move around very quickly. I guess I don't warm up as much as normal people or uninjured people would. You guys probably can zoom around and I just can't zoom around. But anyway, there's my little girl, and it is Saturday, but we're finally doing Theme Thursday because I've just been really busy. I've had a very, very sore leg. I had to go to the doctor and I'm on some anti-inflammatories, which has made it easier to walk, and so hopefully by Monday I'll be able to get out of the house. It's been really, really bad. But anyway, it's getting better and I was able to get set up for this video, which is great. And so what we are doing is we are showing you a giraffe on Lottie's outfit. It's a beautiful, beautiful two-piece pink knitted outfit. It's knitted in fine cotton, and it's that brand that I love, that Australian brand called Pure Baby. They use organic cottons and organic wools. And I picked this up on sale, like I do with almost everything I buy. I try to get it when it's out of season or end of season, that kind of thing. I don't buy them at the height of the season because luckily Lottie doesn't grow, so it doesn't matter when I buy her things. So I got these, the pants match the top. They're a set that you buy separately, of course, so that the shop can make more money, I guess. You don't buy them together. But they're a kind of, I think you call it marl, so it's slightly, not flecked isn't the right word, is it? But there's a bit of white mixed in with the pink. And beautiful, wholly kind of open, slightly open pattern around the ankles and around the sleeves and the hem of the jumper. But on the front of the jumper is a magnificent giraffe. She is, I think it's a girl. I've decided it's a girl giraffe. She's white with grey giraffe patches on her, and her tail is actually 3D. It's a little tiny plaited tail in grey with a fringe at the end of it. It's very sweet. And I'm not sure if you can see the head of the giraffe, but she is talking to a pink embroidered butterfly. There, I hope you can see that. And the giraffe's eye and nose and mouth are embroidered, and so is that bit of ear there, and the rest is knitted in. I think it's called intarsia. Never heard that word until recently. I think we used to just call it, I don't know what we used to call it, because I know Fair Isle is when there's a pattern knitted in different colours, but this is a picture. So maybe they invented the word intarsia to symbolise the knitting in of a picture. Anyway, what I think is funny about this giraffe design is it kind of looks as though the giraffe wants to eat the butterfly. But I'm saying that the giraffe is looking at the butterfly, maybe wants to give it a kiss. I don't know if giraffes eat butterflies. I think maybe they only eat like foliage and things. They might be just herbivores, not carnivores as well. But anyway, this giraffe is just looking at a lovely pink butterfly. Shall I zoom in and show you? And then I want to tell you what Lottie has, what she's holding, because it's a little bit different. Let's try this zooming in trick. Before I do that, she's got a white knitted bonnet on, which is like a pixie cap. and white knitted booties because it was too cold to leave those little bits uncovered. So I'm sorry, Sue Drinkwater, I had to cover her little feet. So let's zoom in to see the giraffe. See how we go here. If I just move this. There, what do you think of that? See that giraffe? There, you can see that pretty well. And you see that butterfly right near its mouth? I sort of think it's going to open its mouth and go chomp and eat the butterfly, but I hope not. I shouldn't say that while Lottie's listening. I hope she's sort of tuned out. She's looking off into the distance, so maybe with any luck she hasn't heard what I've said. Now let me just move the whole camera across so you can see what she's holding. You can see that is her little bunny, but her bunny is on a tiny bouncer that I just bought for her. Well, really for me because I just love it. But I let her hold it today, the little bouncer. Isn't it so cute? It's the same brand. Let me think what it is. I think it's called Mayleg. That's right. Maileg. I think it might be French. So I've got a few pieces in there that I bought years and years ago. Like, I don't know, more than 5 years, when the toy shop that I've talked about occasionally was still around the corner, and they had sales every now and again, and I would always go and stock up there. And so I've got a beautiful metal cupboard that's got shelves in it. It's gorgeous, and a table and 2 little chairs, and I've got looks a bit like a suitcase, I think, when it's closed, but then you just open it up, and inside there are I think one's a mouse and one's a rabbit, and then it's got hanging spot for clothes and a little drawer that pulls out. It's all made of thick, sort of strong cardboard, and it's gorgeous. And what else have I got in that set? I've got a little stroller that has a bunny in it, and I've got little mice in matchboxes that are very cute. So I've got all that set up for the grandchildren to play with. So they come and play with it, and then guess what? I have all the fun of dressing everybody neatly back again and setting it all up again, which is my favourite thing to do. So I get it all set up. I know what I could do. Why don't I take a photograph after I do this video, and I'll attach it to the end of the video so you can see how cute it all is. I'll do that. So watch out at the end of the video for that. Now, one of the reasons that Lottie and I haven't been on very much is that we are getting ready for my doll club's annual doll fair, which is the largest doll fair in Australia. This year I'm having a table. I've done that before, but I don't think I did last year. I think I had a year off, and maybe the year before I had a year off. So I've done it several times, and I'm going to have another go this year. It's so much fun. I love it. Interacting with everybody who comes past. It's just fantastic, and talking about the things I'm selling, I love doing that too. So I'm trying to be ready in advance, which is not one of my strong points. I'm very organised, but I'm always organised at the point that I need to be. So I'm not often organised weeks in advance for things. I don't usually have everything ready just sitting there. So in my head I feel like, oh yes, I've got 2 weeks to go, because the fair's actually on the 28th and the 29th of July. Although I have to have everything ready on the Friday because I go and set up the day before. So let's say I have to be ready by, well, say Thursday night, I have to be ready by the 26th of July. So that's just, is that just under 2 weeks? Yes, that is. So in my head I'm thinking, oh well, I've still got time to get ready. But the other part of me says, well, why don't I just get ready now and then everything's all set to go? I don't have to get ready the last few days. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to be organised. I've got my list. I've got a lot of things out ready, but they're not labelled yet. I also have to make a list in a notebook of everything and its prices and description, because I will have helpers with me, family members and friends, one at a time, who will help me over the 2 days. And they don't know about dolls, so in case I step away from the store for a little while and they need to know something, they have to be able to look it up. So I have to get all that down, which of course I love doing. The whole thing is just fabulous. I get to make sure that everything is show ready, you know, scrubbed and polished and perfect. And all labelled and stuff, and oh, it's so much fun getting it ready, but it is a ton of work. And then of course loading it all in the car, then driving for an hour and a quarter, then unloading it all from the car, then setting up the table, and on it goes. But you know what, it's so much fun, it's worth every single second of it. I really enjoy it. So that's what Lottie and I have been doing. And also, oh yes, Lottie's coming with me this year. I'm going to set her up there. She won't be for sale. But I thought, how strange if I had a table and Lottie wasn't with me. I might even take John T and Pippa the next day, the second day. I'll see how I go, just so people can say hello to them. And yeah, that's all. So what I've been spending my time on so far is trying to decide what Lottie's going to wear. Now, you know, that's a very hard decision for me because I just only buy clothes that I love. So I love everything that's in her chest of drawers. So I have been trying to narrow it down a bit. And one of the things I've chosen, because I was even thinking she could wear different outfits on each day if I had the energy to change her. So one of the things I've chosen as a possibility is that gorgeous knitted set that I had her in a little while ago, that hand knitted set with the little embroidered grub roses on it, the one that I think it was a dress. And I had some knitted pants that weren't part of the set, like nappy cover, but I've added that to the set. And then the bonnet, booties and mittens. I think that was all there was to that. And I just loved it on her. It was old-fashioned and so sweet. So that might be one of the outfits. And the other outfit will be something sort of pretty. Not too frilly and carry on like that, but just something pretty. So I've got a few things in mind. I just have to make a final decision, which is fun every time I go into that room, which is still empty, by the way, except for Lottie's big chest of drawers. We haven't had a chance to put everything back, so it's fun going in there. It's just this big, vast, empty room with her things in. Oh, and the big built-in wardrobe as well, that's got some of her things in, but it's also got some of my other stuff in there, my own clothes and boots and things. What was I saying about all of that? Goodness no. Yeah, so I just love going in there and thinking of different outfits and pulling different things out. Now the thing is, we are in the middle of our winter, but inside the hall where we have our fair, it's not hot, but it's comfortably warm. So I can dress Lottie in something lighter if I want to. She wouldn't look freezing. Because when I'm in there, I just wear sort of jeans and maybe a light long sleeve top, and I'm very comfortable like that. Even though it's cold outside, I just wear a coat to get there and then take that off and put it on my chair. And then I'm comfy just in light long sleeves, so Lottie will be okay. Even in a little summer dress, I could add a cardi over the top, but I'm not sure yet. It all depends on what I choose. I could find something light and long sleeve for her, but we'll see. We will see. So that's what we've been up to, getting all ready for our doll fair. And when I get my table set up in a couple of weeks, when the fair's on, before it starts, I'll photograph all the things I've got and show you, so you can see what the final product looks like. It'll look lovely. I've got some really interesting things to sell. Really, really interesting things. No reborn dolls. Our fair organiser is not really keen on reborn dolls, and we have, I think, maybe about 6 tables of reborns, and out of 140 tables, and she feels that might be enough. So, not that I've got any spare dolls made, because I've been busy making, dolls that are already sold virtually. So I don't have any to sell. But do you know what else I did? I got some new business cards printed up. I haven't got them yet. I just did it the other day. And I'll show you what they look like. I had so much fun designing them. It was really easy. Everything's easy online these days. Just click what picture you want and then do the wording, and I even put a picture on the back. So, I'll show you when I get them. And so I'll have them with Lottie on my table. People can take one if they want to. I sort of hope they don't take too many, because I wouldn't be able to keep up if too many people wanted me to make them a doll. But I doubt they will, because there are so many reborns for sale at the fair anyway, so they should all be happy there. We've got some really good sellers, beautiful sellers. The lady who taught me how to reborn always has a store with her daughter. I think her daughter's going to stop reborning soon. She's been doing it for a long time, but she's apparently stopping. I'm not sure why. And so I assume they'll be at the fair. I'm a little bit out of the loop because, I haven't been able to go to any meetings lately. I will be going next Saturday to our committee meeting, so I'll find out everything that's been going on. And so there we are. Now, what did I say? I just said I would attach pictures at the end of this, didn't I, of my little setup out there. Hopefully it's not too dark. It doesn't have as good light as my kitchen, which is where we are now. So let me just zoom out because you're probably sick of looking at that giraffe who's going to eat the butterfly and the bunny on the bouncer. Oh, wrong direction. Focus, girl. There we are. There's Lottie. So on that note, I think I'm finished. Am I really? I think I am. Yes, all right. Well, I'll say goodbye to you all now and just watch out for the photos that I'll add at the end. Thank you very much for joining us in the kitchen again on this beautiful sunny day. It's I didn't tell you the temperature. There we go. That's good. I've said goodbye and I'm adding a bit more. So that's my normal self. That's good. It's a maximum of 17 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but to me it's freezing. The people in England wouldn't think it's cold, and the people in Sweden and places like that wouldn't think it's cold. But for us it's really, really, really cold. Because it's sort of 10 degrees in the morning when I get up and maybe the same at night when I go to bed. Pretty cool. Anyway, I think I'm really finished this time. So Lottie and I will say goodbye to you. Unless you want me just to show you this cute little bouncer closer up. Why don't I do that? Because then I'm not really saying goodbye. I don't have to go yet. Let me just have a look where we are. There it is. I'll show you from the side. See that? It's a proper little bouncer. I love the fabric it's covered in. All the fabric they use for these toys is this kind of natural looking muted tones. They all blend in together beautifully. So isn't that just the cutest little bouncer you've ever seen? It's tiny. Hope you can tell that it's very small. It's just right for this little bunny that is Lottie's bunny. So Lottie hasn't been playing with her bunny lately because I've purloined it for our special table. But I'll take photographs and show you how it's set up. Oh, and in the photographs you'll see that I've got the front corners of the table that the toys are on covered in bubble wrap. Now I've had it like that for years and years and years and years. Probably, well, Oscar is 12, so probably I've had it like that for 12 years because the edges, the corners are very sharp. And we did try commercial corners products that you buy at the shops that go onto the corners to cushion them so your baby doesn't hurt themselves. But they always fell off. They never stayed on properly. And I just put bubble wrap around the corners and it's perfect. It hasn't moved in all those years. It's stuck on with sticky tape. And when they finally, well, they are finally big enough now. The youngest is nearly 5. But I just think when they're sitting on the floor playing, they could still hurt themselves. The corners are very sharp. So when you see the photograph, that will explain to you why there's bubble wrap on my little table. And the table's beautiful. It's made of jarrah timber. My mother brought it over from Perth one year. Somehow in those days, you could be cheeky and con. Oh, that's crooked. That's annoying me. It's been like that the whole time, hasn't it? And con the airline people into letting you bring little tables with you and things. She used to bring all sorts of things. She once brought a giant doll's house with her that my grandchildren play with now. I've given it to one of my daughters and it's at her house. So that table is beautiful, but it has been for the children's toys for a long time. It's in my family room area, I think you would call it. It's where I've got a couple of couches and the television and what else? Not much else. That's all I've got there. And that little table. So that explains the pictures that you're going to see after this. So just hang around. They'll be on as soon as this is over. And now, excuse me, dear. Now I'm really, really finished, I promise. I really am finished. So everyone, thank you so much for coming back, listening to me ramble and ramble on about goodness knows what. But I really appreciate you coming back, and if there's any new subscribers, which I think there are, I appreciate you coming to visit. And I hope you stay around for the next bit of, I don't know if you'd call this entertainment, I suppose you would. Yeah, for the next bit of entertainment and news from Sydney, Australia. So thank you everyone. I'll really officially sign off now, and I'll see you next time. So in the meantime, just take care and be kind to each other. Bye everyone.